Bong, bong.
Bong, bong. We back, baby.
Woo! Look at that. Amazing. So, what the fuck? It says live for a minute. Has it really been live for a minute? Has it been recording while we were talking? Did it automatically go to recording? I don't know. I'm going to edit it when it's done. But, you know, something you can't edit is the beautiful intro that we just walked into right there. Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. We gotta get shirts made with that on it. We really do, because you say that every time. I don't know why I didn't notice it until now. Boy, howdy.
Anywho.
That's very Albertan of you, Cope.
It's just, I got a little bit of Albertan in my juice. Don't tell anyone. My street cred, just you know, all of my street cred. Welcome to the Bodycast. It's the official podcast for the subreddit r/rap battles. My name is Copacetic, who eats burgers correctly. With me today,
Pathogenic, Canada top 5.
Ooh, not 2, 3, 4, or 5. Bitch. That's how we do. r/rap battles is, of course, the largest online forum for the international culture of battle rap. You can find us on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and the official Discord server in the links below. I'm just going over it in my mind mentally to make sure that that's all accurate still. But yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. It's the only place. Sorry, go ahead.
I love the editing as we're doing it in the brain, like, yep, that's still good to say. Say it. Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yep, that's still good to say. Yep, say it.
While all of those platforms are up and running, we have accounts on them. I'm pretty sure. It's the only place for fans to go for battle rap news from around the globe. We sure are around the globe today. Boy, I'm aware of it. Boy, I tell you what.
I'm going to get a counter going.
We are definitely around the globe today. There's so many things that are happening, and it's just going to be a great show. I think probably the best show that we've ever had. You know, Path is back. That creates a another layer of, you know, a whole another layer of howdy.
So that there's two layers, which we saw last week. Just how taxing it is on Cope to be able to talk for as long as he did without having someone take up some of that time.
For real. And I accidentally had the heat on and I had no idea. And for some reason, the heat only comes into this room and then spreads throughout the house. So it's like blasting me. Oh, I'm so dehydrated. Couldn't speak, you know.
The battle was crazy last night. I haven't recovered yet. Oh my God.
Literally, the battle was so good. It just sucked the moisture out of me.
Pause.
I don't know.
Fast forward? Who knows?
It's really going to be an amazing show. Boy, I can't tell you how great it's going to be. Just probably the greatest show that you ever watch about battle rap. You're going to, you know, think about your life differently after this. Most people.
And you people wouldn't want to see any other show because you're the greatest people.
That's also true.
That are out there.
It's one of those nature's synchronicity things where, you know, have an amazing show, watched by amazing people that sort of magically aligns.
Yin and yang, baby.
That's exactly it. Yin and yang. Those are this is very good. That's very good. So, you know, the thing that if you really wanted to take this whole experience and just jack it up, just make it sing inside your mind, there's only one way to do that. And, you know,
it's usually clear.
It's usually clear. Sometimes a bit murky, but usually clear. You grab your wine, your spirits, your booze and your beers, and join us now for the community
To have a
shares.
drink.
There you go.
Don't know how to rhyme. Sorry.
Just, you got to work on that.
My bad.
Oh.
Boy, howdy.
Oh my God. What is up? Kaylee in the house. Love it. Love that you can be with us live, Kaylee. I know sometimes it's difficult. You can't always watch, can't always listen. We aren't on iTunes, which is a revelation to me, which is fascinating. So I'm working on that. I've got the top people on it, top men on that.
Men. Notice how he said that. Not robots.
Yeah, BattleBot's still down this week. I've reached the limit of my programming abilities, and he needs a professional. So I've given him over to my good friend, who is a much more talented programmer. And we should have a new revitalized BattleBot. I'm hearing that he's going to be a lot more polite, and a lot less threatening to humanity. So
Appreciate Ellipsis for helping us with that.
we just assume Ellipsis does all the. We take some time away from his rocket science to help us with the programming. So, to be honest, I just don't know how you would beat up an AI. But hey, if Path could do it, I bet I would put money on him being the one who did it. If you see BattleBot and he's got like a black eye or circuits that just aren't firing, we have questions.
Oh, that'd be funny, actually, wouldn't it?
Let's start off with the bang. Let's start off with the most momentum we possibly can. We're going around the world. We're talking about international Battlerap. We're talking about the best guys in different countries. Who's the best guy in the States? Who's the best guy in the UK?
Why don't we do one of these? Make them battle each other.
Oh, shit. We'll have to find out. The Steelyard. The Steelyard in the UK is an enormous venue. I think it's a boxing venue. We were on the Spaces talking about this, but it's like a legitimately large sporting event venue. And the last time that Premier Battles threw an event here, excuse me, we're talking about Premier Battles. Premier Battles announced that the Plug 4 is going to be at the Steelyard. And the last time was Enormous Battles. That are slipping my mind right now, but I think it was Real Sick versus Maverick.
Yep, Shoddy and John Dodon.
Shotty and Jerzey. And they really brought it around.
I think Villain Oops was there too.
Yeah,
I think that was on there. Yeah,
that's a good call. That's very Young Crumpet of you to remember those things. We should all aspire to be more Young Crumpet.
Yeah. I'm kind of running with a middle-aged Crumpet right now is kind of my goal.
Okay. Man. This announcement. So it was announced. I'm gonna let you take it away.
Yeah, we ended up having a full-on trailer for the announcement, which salute to Trubs and Briggsy and the rest of the Prem team, because that shit had me hype waiting to see what it was going to be. Perfect amount of drama to build into it.
Yeah.
And we got Shoddy Horror versus New Jersey Twerk as the announcement, the main event for the Plug 4 at the Steelyard, November 19th.
My goodness. How, what, where, who, and when? I mean, we know some of those answers to those questions, but like enormous. Here's the superstar of the UK, the biggest guy by far in Battlerap in the UK, and historically speaking as well, versus the most electric performer and battler in the States, hands down, no question. Twork was supposed to come out years ago for Bobby, and that didn't end up happening, which is too bad. And I think that is what's on people's minds. When we look at the thread on Reddit, a lot of the comments are, is this going to happen this time?
Yeah.
Because it's a whole thing with bringing Americans over to the UK, and there's obviously issues with URL and will they allow it? And I think this is a question that's on people's minds.
And if we're going to be specific, we're not going to beat around the bush. It's URL American battle rappers. That's kind of what it's aimed towards. It's whether or not they have the ability, the approval from URL to be able to go and battle on another league. Um, I think it was Tayrock and Twerk and JC, and there
Huge
was
card.
a ton of that was originally, they were all supposed to come over, and um, the historic issues that Prem have had since dealing with that. But man, I
So that
think that
said, right? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that this is actually the right time to see this kind of name come over there.
Yeah, like Twerk versus Bobby Rex 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know if that hits the same. I don't know if that is the same. But I mean, obviously, that stuff is always going to change.
Mhm.
The thing that I think is important. I gotta stop shaking this table here. I think that is really important to note is that Prem's been killing it this year, last year. They built up so much momentum. They've been hitting home runs. I don't imagine they booked this without a good ironclad understanding of the performers coming over, especially with their history. It wouldn't. It's like nature finds a way. What's the thing where you drop a drop of water and it goes? I don't remember Jurassic Park, but the point is,
Yeah, the idea that nature always finds a way. It's kind of like if there is a way for it to happen, it finds a way to happen.
oh, we got into fucking animal biology and nature and shit. And Pat is like, let me explain this shit. Let me just run this down right now. I know how this works. Yes, definitely, it's something that they have taken into account.
Yeah, I mean, you could only imagine that at this point, after all that were to happen, that Prem being in the situation that they're in, they have contracts, right? They view themselves, and I think every one of us views them as a professional league at this point in time, at the same level of King of the Dot, URL, RBE. Even iBattle and the Riot are on the verge of that as well in the States, and I think Prem is right there. So I would bet that they have contracts and that there is a legal safety net in place so that something like last time doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and it's plenty of time. I mean, when is this? September, October,
November 19th.
November. So
Yeah.
you got some time to really make sure everything is locked in. And I'm excited to see the rest of the card. I think that the plug has been this really cool brand. Shouts out to Trubs. Nice sweater, by the way. Very dope.
Wiretap, baby.
That's really cool. That's really sharp. I might have to get one when I get out there. What was I saying? The plug. It's a great brand. It's a great series, and it feels like one that has built up a lot of momentum through really great, crazy matches in London and with local guys into this one of Premier's flagship event series. We were talking on the space the other day, Apex. Maybe Apex not such a big deal anymore. When you've got Undisclosed being so much fun and being something people really want to be a part of, and the plug events just having a great history and a great run. Now only 4 or 5 of them, I believe. So
this will be the 4th one. Yeah. So what I think, looking at it, that in and of itself might be the telltale feature that creates it as a professional league. Because you could look at King of the Dot and say the same thing. You could say that there isn't really that much of a flagship event. I mean, URL has Gnome and Summer Madness, but when you look at King of the Dot, each of their events has their own thing, right? Apex was the big one that they're always had every year. Well, now you've got the plug. Now you've got Undisclosed. Now you've got all of these. It's now you've got Blackout, King of the Dot. Now you got World Dom. Each of them is their own specific thing, their own sort of niche idea, but all of them are held within that same sort of echelon.
Yeah, it's representing the brand. It's super important. They found something that works and they're jumping on it and beating the life out of it. And honestly, this fucking match, If it lives up to, the potential of both of these battlers, it's a fucking crazy international match.
This could be the biggest battle in the UK. That's what I'm looking from the outside, looking at it and thinking to myself, I don't know if there's really
What's
any.
bigger?
Pick one, right? Like there's
What's
nothing.
bigger? I can't think of it. And the crazy thing is, I don't remember who said this. Someone, I'm stealing this idea from Twitter, is Shoddy is the underdog at home. What? Like, I don't think he's never experienced that.
No, by no means.
That's incredible.
Not at this level.
Like even Arsenal's. Oh yeah, Arsenal's mad at Shoddy, like wherever. I don't care, but like Arsenal's mad at Shoddy's like, Arsenal's gonna be great, but like that's a fun battle for Shoddy. Like this is gonna be a good battle.
Yeah.
But this is like Twerk could really like hurt you. Twerk is a fucking extremely dangerous person, and if you're in the ring with him and you don't put up a fight, you could get memorialized, you could get posterized, you could get fucking
facts, and vice versa as well. That puts Twerk in sort of a compromising position because Shoddy could walk in there and absolutely smoke him. And what does that do for Twerk?
If he fucks up.
Yeah.
If he fucks up. I don't think he can smoke him if he's like okay. Like if he has no slips.
Correct.
That's the thing. Twerk's just everybody knows it's not just performance, it's not just the room shakers, the haymakers. It feels like everything he does, his setups, he's got such a great efficiency in his writing. His what's the word I'm looking for? His word, it's synonymous with economy. Word economy, yes. I came up with it.
That's all you.
His man, his word economy. He's a like a poet. He is a fucking. There's no filler there. It's all interesting and it's delivered at a 10. So if he does an 8 and he has no slips, that still beats 99.9% of battle rappers on the planet.
Yep.
Super exciting.
It's shaping up to be one of the best. One of the best battles, period. Like it could go down as one of those.
I think they're selling out already the early bird tickets, and like
they've had 3 waves of early bird tickets that are sold out for an event that's 5+ months away.
Yeah, that's a great. I was talking to somebody else about that too. Like that's a system that you sort of like watched the UK develop. Is we're gonna book fucking matches almost a year in advance, and you're sort of like, I don't know, booking a year in advance, hey? I wonder if that has advantages and disadvantages. I think we'll just keep booking our events 3 weeks before they happen. America sort of looks a lot like, what do you mean you're not writing the day before? But here you're seeing like the planning that goes into it, and when you have to deal with all the business stuff and all the promo stuff, having that much of a run up to it, as well as being able to manage any of the scheduling conflicts or things that come up. Like you're so far in advance, you got to know where you're going to be at that point. It's really hard to have people drop out or wiggle out of shit because it's not like you weren't given any notice.
100%.
So I think you're starting to see that system that they've been employing, booking way in advance, and the benefits of it in maintaining that professional atmosphere.
Facts. And let's also salute to the Prem team. I was watching their live the other day about some changes that they've been making, and in booking these events so far in advance, it allows for them to implement a payment plan program for these tickets, because especially for a big event like the Plug that might be 50, 60, we're going to say dollars because we're Canadian, but that might be a lot for you to drop in one go. And so, with the economy the way it is, you could now sign up for this payment plan and do it in installments of $20 or $15, that kind of thing, which I think is really cool. And it's just different and new. And I like that of them to be able to do that. And it's one of those things where if you're not announcing these events so far in advance. You can't do that. How are you supposed to do a payment plan if your event is next month? Right? Then it doesn't matter whether or not you have the money over the next 3 weeks or all at once. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, very interesting. Very excited to see, who's gonna fucking co-main for that. Like, how do that's also got to be a big battle. Like, you can't just have this fucking caliber of a battle and then a development card. There's got to be some big names. I'm really excited to see. I imagine more Americans, like, just
Yeah.
filling that void that Don't Flop used to have, where Don't Flop was just bringing the best in battle rap out all the time.
Yeah.
And let's be real, a lot of those guys are Americans. Would be amazing to see some Canadians if possible, but I understand if that's not possible. There's just like, there's lots of American talent I think would want to go out there. I know Jazz the Rapper was like mentioning on Twitter that she wants to see what's up.
Yeah, I think that this announcement really brought out. I kind of made a couple jokes about it on Twitter. It's like, as soon as that announcement happened, every high-ranking battler in the States was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll be on that card too."
Yeah,
And
yeah. And like the announcement, sure, but like you said, Prem looks professional. It looks like these guys are not, Jeff down the street didn't do the flyer. Like, this is a good thematic.
we're talking clean themes when it comes to the promo with the flyers. We're talking about professional level trailers, like, kind of just across the board. The Steel Yard, like, it's everything screams out, we're a professional league.
Yeah.
And you want to come battle here. And I think that this also opens up a doorway, which is wild to think about, because that doorway should have been open for the last year already. But I feel like Shotty and Twerk opens up another doorway where the next year, all of those big names that might not have been able to be on the plug are going to want to be there for the next events. So the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it's that momentum, we're talking about. You have so much interest built up that it just makes everything smoother for booking in the future. What else is happening? There's a few things that happened in the UK. What's up? Winnipeg had an event. No excuses, Winnipeg. 6 battles happened. That's good. We'd love to see Winnipeg put something together. What league is that? No excuses.
New league that Pac-Man started with MC Rush, I believe.
All right. Good luck to you, boys. This is not. This is a difficult territory to conquer. Let's just say I've seen leagues start up in Winnipeg. Feels like my whole time that I've been watching battle rap, and they've got great proximity to, I want to say, Minnesota in the States, and like other American guys, maybe they can network with and collaborate with. But Winnipeg is a
treacherous zone.
I don't want to say anything.
I know you're trying to be as liberal as possible. So let's just flat out say it. Winnipeg is the Bermuda Triangle of battle leagues
in Canada.
Very tough to have staying power.
Yeah.
And I feel like the No Excuses card having a great debut event with 6 battles and everyone being excited about it, that bodes well for them. And so I'm eagerly waiting and hoping that they end up sticking and staying and being able to fill sort of the gap in Canada, in the prairies between BC and, well, I guess Freezer burnt in 2 weeks. So from Alberta to Ontario, like, there's just nothing. So
right. Saskatchewan.
I'm looking forward to.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Saskatchewan. What else do you have to do? You have nothing. You have nothing else to do, right? Oh shit.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Bot.
For real. What? You know what's up. Anyways, Canadian battle rap aside, definitely Winnipeg is a cute little city. If you ever get to go there, great food. I hear. Don't go there in the winter; you might die. You go there in the summer, you could die. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah,
Just
actually, it doesn't really matter the season. Dangerous.
but you know, like that makes for great MCs, and definitely there's a bunch of talent out there, and we're excited to see them develop and get some shine. And then so yes, back to the UK. It's 12-hour flights, very very long protracted flight.
Longer for you than for me, and you're going to be doing it in a little while.
I am indeed. So I'll tell you firsthand how it goes. But I will not be going to Ireland, which is much to my chagrin. We'll say chagrin, because I love Ireland, and apparently they had a banger of an event. ScoMo was in my inbox, and he was
friend of the show, ScoMo.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, ScoMo.
Indeed. Headlining versus Lizzie C. It's a cool match, and definitely two big names in Ireland going head to head. And I heard that Lizzie C's best performance, ScoMo's best performance. So super psyched for that. Johnny Darko and Podge Dwyer were there, and Express maybe possibly returning to the ring. It's good to see Ireland chugging along.
Yeah, welcome back. And really good to see that PB Ireland belt, because my goodness, that thing is
cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see the fight for the Ireland belt, definitely. And they've got a lot of talent, and then once you create that sort of like, what do you call that object of desire?
You need trust me, I know this because I rapped about it. You need a tangible piece to show the validity of the league that you're battling on.
Right.
Because once you have something tangible, a goal to work towards and aspire to have, that brings the best competition out of everybody. And without it, what are you doing it for?
Right. What are you reaching for? It's like you're looking for the r/rap battles top 10 of the year in Ireland list, because that you're gonna have to wait till February next year, and that's a long ways away. You know.
Facts. It is not strictly UK battle rap. It's actually worldwide battle rap. So English-speaking battle rap all around the world. Canada, the US, the UK, Nigeria, India, Australia, New Zealand, everything.
That's all of them.
That's all of them. Everything. All of those places that I said, that's all of them.
Boy,
every place that exists.
And I heard there were some really great debuts as well, and some newcomers that are doing really well in Ireland, and so really excited to see that footage and see some new talent, because that's really what Ireland needs to is, you know, it's like the Canucks. Shouts out to Mike, redshirt Mike, always hating on my Canucks takes, but you know, when you have a glut of prospects, you have that internal competition. And the cream rises to the top. The wheat, I don't know, something about wheat, cream, pause. I don't know, but it's about having enough people so that there is actual competition. You know, I think that there's a lot of difficulty with the struggling leagues. Winnipeg, for example, I know that Australia's been struggling for the past few years. There's like 5 guys, and you can't really do a whole lot unless you have a bunch of interest and a bunch of new talent and a bunch of people. It feels like that's what they're doing in Ireland, which is dope.
Yeah, it's really good to see. And I think that also it brings the guys like Podge and Johnny, they want to come back when they see that, right? Because if there's one thing that the old guard doesn't like, it's when a new guard comes in.
Facts. Yeah, I love both those guys. Shouts out to Podge, man. Podge had this fucking flip. I was researching for Matter. I don't know if I already said this, but what's up, Koichi, my guy? Podge had this flip where Matter was like, this man is not friends with the English language. And Podge was like, this next round, he was like, how could I be friends with the language that was beaten into me? I was like, whoa, Jesus.
That's crazy.
Fuck. It was just like set the room off. Everyone was going, wow. And he had this great round too. Podge is Podge is dope, and be dope to see him back for sure.
Podge is fantastic. It's very unfortunate that he'll always be remembered as the
Dunch
recipient
round.
of the Dunch round.
I totally forgot about that.
Because my goodness,
That was very memorable. But yeah, definitely Ireland. They got a bunch of talent. They got a bunch of vets now. They've got an infrastructure. They've got the professional platform like Premier out there.
yeah, they've got the backing of the league, and they got a good man in charge with my guy Visual out there, really heading everything in the right direction. So
fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful time.
Yeah.
What are we saying?
What are we saying? I guess when you go from the UK.
We gotta stay in the UK. Somehow splashed myself drinking. I had some drinking problem. But yo, before we leave the United Kingdom, I just wanted to shout out to Dojo versus Quicksilver. I remembered because those guys just had a battle drop and it's their debut, and it's getting a good amount of attention on the forums and stuff like that, and for good reason, because these guys they're doing their debut battle, their rookie shit, never before battled. And it seems like they get it. It seems like, a little bit of great writing and funny punchlines and like wordplay. Like, hey, these guys know what they're doing from the jump, which is unusual. Did you get a chance to see the battle?
I did not.
Okay.
I missed this one.
Yeah, it's I would say Quicksilver he's a taller guy, and he has a very sort of. It's a very, very much an English condescending style of, explaining how much better he is than the other guy. And there's a little bit of wordplay in there, average Joe, it's your average Joe, something like that. Some good stuff. And then Dojo, I felt like it was very much, very more bar oriented, very much like, check out this wordplay and these bars. It's pertaining to your personality. I don't know. I thought it was a great debut. I'm excited to see Dojo. I don't know if his next battle, but he's got another battle that was just announced by Don't Flop on the April Fools. Fuck yeah! Which is, usually their April Fools event, which is super fun. I actually originally tried to get on that card, but it didn't work out because, come on, look at me. I'm a April Fool. If anything, come on. They were like, nope, one round doesn't matter. You're headlining. So, okay, I'll take it. The Don't Flop April Fools event, which has a little smiley face underneath the 2 O's of fools, because it's silly. It's great. I love a silly event. I don't know.
Would have never guessed.
It's right.
You don't appear to be the kind that you look like a very serious gentleman.
Man, boss man with performance of the night. That's all I gotta say. Yo, what's up? Yeah, no, we got Zayn Azrai back versus Orwin. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is at all.
Doesn't matter. Zayn Azrai 3-0 always.
There you go. Lefty versus Josh Faulkner. I don't know who that is either. Canel and Gaspuff are going to do a horrorcore battle, which sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely can't wait.
Yeah. Two dope guys. Kupar versus LS Dean is an exhibition match. 2 regular matches. Ew. What did you guys sign up for regular matches on the April Fool's card? Whack.
Joke's on you.
Nice.
It's probably going to be something April Fool related.
You know what? I hope that is
the fool.
Yes. How naive of me to assume that it was as advertised. Certainly not. Villain versus Danny Jack is a compliments battle. That is some left field shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did not see that happening. And then yeah, we got the fucking an accents battle, Jazz versus Dale CA. That'll be hilarious. Sounds like my favorite kind of battle.
Boy, howdy.
But I tell you what, them accent battles, they're gonna be something.
I cannot wait to hear what they say about these voices.
This whole time, Pat has been putting on a sort of like normal Canadian accent, and he just let slip his Albertan accent there for a second. Let him tell
Oh,
you
no.
otherwise. But yeah, Dojo versus Hulk, Ricky's versus Vets. So Hulk is great. Love Hulk, and Dojo would be a good test for him to see somebody who's like a bigger performer, literally and performance-wise, and has a lot of experience. Is very comfy. It seems like a fun event. Seems like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then Matter versus Matter. After his battle with me, obviously, he's got to battle himself. I'm actually mad that I didn't think of that because that's fucking brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Actually, I remember Wise Guy once rapped at himself against Scott Free in Ontario. He said, "You're such a shit opponent. I might as well battle myself." And he pulled out a hand mirror and put it beside his head and started rapping at himself. It was one of the funniest antics I've seen.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Shouts out to Michael White versus Michael White, the absolute innovator, which, if you haven't seen, is not even a battle. It's just art. I did it once as well, where I switched places with my opponent and insulted myself, and it bombed. Did very poorly because I'm so well liked. People were just like, "I don't believe this at all." That's not an ironic laugh. It's not an ironic laugh at all. But yo, okay. So that's gonna be our transition.
Quote that down. Write that. Fucking. I am so well liked. Copa said it.
He said that. He wrote that. He meant that.
It's my favorite.
But yeah, we're gonna move. Where are we gonna move? We're gonna move all over the earth. I would say
that with the UK, you saying that everybody liked you is very criminal of you, and as a criminal, we're gonna ship you over many a sea, and we're gonna send you to Australia.
Quite a few seas. Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Australia, which we didn't really get to cover. We covered last week, but I didn't really get to talk to you about it. But obviously, there's a huge announcement about in Hobart, which is on Tasmania, which is a small island,
just
state.
Just south of Australia.
There's your geography for the day. I almost said geology, which just goes to show you like where we're at.
There's a small Tasmanian Sea between Tasmania and Australia. So.
The Tasmanian Sea is what it's called. It goes, rah, 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 rah. That's how everybody speaks there. That's terrible. Final Word. Shouts out to Final Word, who just battled Mike Wild last night in Beast Mode. And fuck, we should add you on the program and talk about the event because big event in Toronto with the Beast Mode fellas. Would love to know about that for sure. And big fan of both those guys. So I hope you guys had an absolutely massive clash. Just destroy the building. Probably. Anyways, Australia, let's not lose track. Tasmania, it's Greeley, it's Dundee, it's a huge match. Asthmatic is dope versus Vega. Vega also very dope. He's battled in King of the Dot a couple times, even in the UK, Vega. So really, really dope to see him back in the ring. Really amazing. Because like you assume that shit's done. And like I thought we would never see a Dundee battle again. Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah. It was my guy Carney. He's not on this card, is he? I wonder if he is done for sure.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he's still in the UK or if he's back in Australia. Or do you know? Or
I have no clue. I thought that he had gone back to Australia and wasn't battling because there obviously there wasn't anything going on.
Oh yeah, because that would make sense. Because when he was in the UK, he was on the cards.
And he was battling. Yeah, he battled in Ireland. He battled Visual. So
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he's done now for good. But it's good to see sort of a rebirth. I mean, we've been talking about it with various other leagues and various other places around the world, this sort of rebirth time. And unfortunately, Australia and New Zealand were hit very hard with the pandemic. And are kind of on a slower welcome back to the battle scene in comparison. Australia obviously has a few other issues, but the pandemic didn't help.
And what else? My guys, please drop the footage. What's going on here, guys? One event a year, and you drop the footage the year after. I gotta know. I gotta know the title match. I gotta know how these things went. I'm dying to see. So I'm more hoping One Outs gets back to throwing regular events because man, you don't want to see their guys on World Dom potentially. If that makes sense. But you gotta be active. So yeah, seeing this in Australia, maybe we'll hopefully light a fire under the rest of Australia. We know that the new league, Watch Your Mouth Battles in Perth, I believe it's in Perth, I could be wrong. They just announced their evolution card for June, end of June. And this is going to be a development league. This is going to be new talent. We're going to see what's coming out of Perth, what's coming out of Australia. If these guys are like, oh, what's Battlerap? And they've been like strong-armed into the venue. You don't know where these rookies are coming from, or if it's a dojo versus Quicksilver thing, and it's like, oh, these guys have obviously been watching Battlerap and know what to do, because you never know where you're gonna get like somebody who just comes out of nowhere and is really fucking dope, like Dundee or what have you. So Kimura is headlining versus a guy named E-Tang, and I never like to make fun of names because you never know when they're gonna be fucking massive, and then you'll be the guy.
That name might mean something else in Australian.
Exactly.
Who knows?
But it's a fun name to say, E-Tang.
E-Tang.
Yeah. Well, hey, Garen. Well, hey, Garen. Fetus, DK, Autist, Big Fuss. Great names. Oh, I think Big Fuss is probably from New Zealand, if I had to guess. Bro. Oh, yeah.
Did you say Fetus DK?
Fetus DK. There's two different guys.
Two different. We're not talking about Fetus Decay. We're not. That's not what the guy's name is.
International Battlerap is so much fun. Like, really, like, how are you not having fun, right? Can't wait. Can't wait for this event. Can't wait for these to drop on YouTube. Definitely check them out. They're on Instagram. Watch Your Mouth Battles. Watch Your Mouth Entertainment. Watch Your Mouth Entertainment. There's a picture of a guy with balaclava on his face. So yeah, shouts out to them. Shouts out to Australia, getting it going. Southern Hemisphere. Bomb. That's it. Yep. I feel bad because I haven't seen yet, but Nigeria and World on the Streets has been releasing March Mayhem 3 battles. So gotta check them out when we get a chance. We gotta fucking watch.
One drop today at 11.
Yeah.
Like 11 my time, which would have been 10 your time.
It was Loki versus Godson was the first one to drop, and then they did Dr. Cardio versus somebody else, and now they just dropped Mano versus Kenny Will. So Blacklit Pastor versus Dr. Cardio. Gotta watch all these ones. Love these guys. But Mano versus Kenny Will is going to be a fucking heater. Yeah. So definitely got to check that out, and that'll be up for Battle of the Week next week. We'll definitely discuss it next week because we'll do a Nigeria centric episode maybe. Get that homework going. What else? What else we got? I think is that it. Terraform did say that we would talk about Terraform.
Yes.
Terraform 2, cool spaces battles. You thought that was a temporary thing? No.
Tournament format.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Bunch of cool names. Purely Deaf, who is the deaf battler on iBattle. He just had a great battle with King Brook. That's up for Battle of the Week as well. He's great. He's got great bars, and he's definitely very, very strong contender in the Terraform 2 tournament. We just watched the quarterfinals, and so the semifinals will be next week, I think, or I'm very poorly.
Semifinals are sometime within the next week, I think.
Okay. Okay, so they're doing one rounders, but really top talent. Um,
Mhm.
Fox has advanced past Vito, and Vito was a old school r/rap battles guy, which is really cool to see. I love that. When you have members of the forum who are then a part of the Discord, who are then into the Spaces battles. He's in Vancouver, and actually got to hang out with him a few times before, and he's come to some events. He's in the background of me versus SM. He's in the background and react to all the shit because he's really into battle rap culture and he's really about it and had a great performance. I really thought he beat Fox actually, and there was a bit of controversy over that. But Fox is great too. And then Purely Deaf is in there, and then there's another guy, Takato, I think, who I was really blown away by. He's bars and just projection. You don't know how this translates live because it's spaces and right, you're reading, but would really love to see some of these guys in the ring if it makes sense, if it's possible. Yeah. Will I be on the Bodycast? I think that is a solo one for Path. Path is gonna have whoever he wants, whatever guest he wants on, if he feels like it. Oh, we haven't really discussed it.
We shall see.
I'm going to be at the theater. I'm going to be doing English things. I'm going to be having tea and crumpets, and I'm going to wear a monocle, and I don't know, let them eat cake. I don't know, right? British stuff.
I'm going to have Matter on Sunday, I
think. But we'll see what happens.
There's a ton of people that like Cope, so I'll just have one of them.
So many. How do you even choose? So Terraform's 2 is really cool. Check that out. iBattle doing it up. We did want to say another community thing, that the Pat Stay hoodies that everybody's looking for. Pat Stay hoodies. Oh, how am I getting my Pat Stay hoodie? Those are up. Those are available. They're online. You can get them at patstayforever.com. And we know that the proceeds will go to his family. So if you were looking for one, you can get one. Make sure you stop bothering Organic on Twitter. Get on it.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's an amazing hoodie.
Yeah.
The detail that's involved along with the quality and how comfy it is. It's a must-have for if you're a battle rap fan.
Super dope. Super fire. Huge part of the culture. That event, it still feels surreal. Like it wasn't, that wasn't a normal event, and it's kind of like the culture has moved on to what's the next event, but that's still, you think about those battles being released and there's still, it feels different. It was very different. I don't know what I'm saying.
But for those that were there, we all get it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what you're saying.
For those
I got my plaque up on the wall behind my computer, so anytime some battle rap's happening, Pat's there. So.
That's sick. That plaque is so sick. Can you show us, or is that not?
Yeah, it could be that.
Camera. Ooh, exclusive r/rap battles Bodycast exclusive. Take a look at this fucking beautiful piece of art. Man, that is so.
Is that in frame? I can't tell.
Yeah, you're nailing it. Whew. That's so pretty, man. What a special memorabilia from an absolutely special event. And fucking Path worked there, and I worked there, and it was very easy for us to give ourselves to the event, and so that people could enjoy it. And there's a lot of controversy about that this week, but I don't think we're going to touch on that.
I don't think so either.
No, we're just going to move past it. Battle of the week this week. Quite a few nominees. Danny Myers versus Mr. Biscuit. Did you see that?
I did see that. I love Mr. Biscuit. Fun.
It's great, hey?
Yeah.
Mr. Biscuit is dope.
One of the most underrated.
Yeah. He's writing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not taking any time off in his writing. There's no filler there. And Danny Myers is Danny Myers. But Danny Myers is a fucking guy who just loves being in a good battle. Like he feeds off of like a good opponent,
Yeah. The better the battle is, the better performance you get out of Danny.
Totally. To see that enthusiasm come through in his performances like gives the battle a different energy too. So I hope this battle does numbers, because both these guys, I mean, Mr. Biscuit definitely deserves it, and you love to support Danny when he's having fun.
Yeah.
And doing well. It's a great battle. Franchise versus Saint is the KOTD drop. That's another good battle. Franchise, another top 5 Canada top 5 guy, we will say. And C3 versus Caution drop from Chrome 23, which is a longer form battle, but C3 was really cooking in it, and it's a good back and forth.
Yeah, it was a good week for battle drops this week here.
Yeah, definitely decent fucking week. As we mentioned before, Purely Deaf versus King Brook from iBattle, that was dope. There's a dog in it, so automatically increases the value of the battle.
Yeah,
I'd say 10-15%. He had a bit though. I don't know. Did you see the bit?
Oh, I've seen this battle once, but which bit are we talking?
With the dog, where he was like, sit, now shake a paw, and that's how you listen. I show you how to listen.
Yeah.
And the dog was like, not. The dog was like, shake a paw. I was like, just give him the treats.
A little bit of a magician's trick, a little sleight of hand.
Yeah, it works. But having a dog should be a part of every battle. In fact, that's how you do.
You're bringing Buddy out against Matter?
That is a long, protracted flight. I think I'm just going to borrow somebody else's dog. And Thesaurus versus Emerson Kennedy was did not see that one.
Great.
But I assume it was good.
Yeah, it was a great battle. And also salute to Emerson Kennedy and his new show with Lou Castro and Jazz the Rapper that's been dropping on YouTube there, Reggie. There's a few episodes out now already, and great, as usual. Love what Emerson's doing, and especially bringing in the Battlerap talent to sort of showcase their additional skills that they have besides just the writing and performing. So go check out Reggie if you haven't seen it.
That's dope. Yeah. Definitely check them out. Is that you or me?
I have no clue.
It's probably me. Fun. So let's fucking round this bad boy out. What's it? Battle of the week. What's happening next week? Next week, if you are in London, there are 2 events happening. There's going to be the No Loose Chat event, Templar Surfer versus
It's not the first time that you've messed up his name.
It's a really annoying name. I'm sorry. And
is it Villain?
No, it's Georgie Roots.
Georgie Roots, right. Villain is on it though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's versus the Boy Frost.
Yes.
The thing with Templar Surfer is that I feel fine talking shit about him because I don't know if he exists. I'm not entirely sure. I've been following UK Battlerap for a long time, and I'm not in the UK, so I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass right now, but it feels like every time I see him on a card, the battle doesn't happen. And so I actually have never seen his footage. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know what he raps like. But man is just headlining cards like crazy over the years without battling, which is fucking really impressive, actually. Actually, I'm turning around, and I'm a huge fan now.
I convinced myself. I love that guy.
I get it now. It took me a second, but he's the best. I want to see Templar. I want to not see Templar versus Shotty Horroh. There's a whole lot of R's and not R's in that, but.
And then also the 1-rounder card.
Oh, right. And then the 1-rounder card, Dialect versus Black T, and Canelo versus Danny Jack, and a bunch of other cool up-and-comer names that I don't know about, which I'm really excited to meet. I'm really excited to go and just hang, with the boys and see what kind of a zoo we're gonna have, because it's gonna be fucking on a boat.
Yeah.
What?
So cool.
What the fuck? Was it Ellipsis who was on Twitter? He was like, man, worked so hard to get a battle on UK soil. Was robbed.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think you got to dive overboard. Like, honestly, like that's got to be the finishing move. Like, oh yeah, fuck this. Like never before in a battle, right? You've got to.
Hilarious.
Who dives overboard? If one of the fucking openers dives overboard, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, they stole your thing.
Move. Facts. It's gonna be really fun. I am not used to writing for this long, but it's been a very rewarding and interesting and challenging process. And I think I have a good mix of things that are going to be, the usual brand of idiocy that you come to expect from me. And I'm really excited to see the stupid shit that Matter has for me, because I think that, his last few battles, as we were saying, he's really come into his peak Matter, his best potential. So shit. He just had a battle drop as well, so we'll probably talk about that next week. Or
I will probably talk about it next week.
God damn, hey. So much going on for me. It's just simple things, please. Simple things in life. But yeah, that's it. That's everything that's happened in the entire world.
I will also say next week, if you're not in the UK, if you're not in Old York and you're in New York, iBattles. What card is that? I can't remember.
4-2-2.
It's 4-2-2. Okay. Appa versus Rum Nitty. And that's the headliner on day one. It's a 2-day card, and that's one that you will definitely want to see.
Facts. That's going to be super fun. That's a huge card. There's a bunch of dope people on there. Shouts out to Discord moderator Mike. He's going up against Sweeney, and good friend of the show, and like my bestie, Kingsley Thunder. He was like, "Oh no, mate, I can't believe you're battling on the same day as me. I'm going to New York." And I was like, cancel your flight. And he was like, "Okay, I'll cancel it." And then he couldn't for some reason. So he's got to go and battle Bob Barker. And that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
All of the things that I just said were true.
Yeah, Kingsley's also Scouse, though. So your accent was a little off. But that's okay.
I guess so, hey?
Figured you'd know what your bestie's accent was, but...
Crikey!
That being said, somebody did stand behind Ellipsis instead of behind me when they battled. So wouldn't expect anything less.
Anywho, it was Loser Walks the Plank. Let's go. It was a great week. Definitely vote for Battle of the Week on the subreddit if you're on there, and let us know who should be the Battle of the Week winner. Man, shouts out to the Verse Tracker events calendar, definitely keeping us in the loop. They've got everything. If your league is not signed up to Verse Tracker, keeping track of your events and your drops, you're missing out. That's how all the battlers keep track of their value or something. But that's another discussion that we should have. We should definitely have. We should do like a 2-hour one, make up for this week or something like that. Yeah, that's everything for this week. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and join the Discord link in the sidebar. We got all that stuff. We're doing promo all the time throughout the weeks. Definitely check that out, share that, join the community, be a part of that. And then for this particular episode, I see some people have liked and even hearted the stream. That's dope. Sharing it, that's super dope. I have never asked anybody to do that, but the cool people are doing it.
Yeah, and all I'm gonna have to say about it is we have 4 people currently watching and only 3 like/heart react. So one of you is fucking slacking. So like and heart react it.
If Pathogenic tells you to do something, I feel like you should listen to him. This man went to long school. These what I found out during your battle versus Ellipsis? Both you motherfuckers went to long school.
Yeah.
And what do you think is the percentage This is what we were asking. What do you think is the percentage of battle rappers that have finished high school, let alone gone and had some sort of secondary education? But it's small, right?
I guess so.
That's how you become Canada's top 5. So
Who would have thought? It's kind of pay to win.
right. I'd be the exception to the rule, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our show this week. Follow us, do all the things. I already did that.
Yep.
Pat, you want to take us out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be drums this week.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.